Shalom, shalom. Welcome everyone once again. Lesson part 4. My name is Huzia Lewy. I'm here with Moreh Yeftakh Dahn, and we are bringing you a series of lessons of ancient Hebrew, or the Hebrew language, biblical Hebrew. Let me rephrase that: biblical Hebrew, being taught by my brother Moreh Yeftakh Dahn, a student of Moreh Mishael Yisrael, the premier Hebrew teacher in our community. So welcome everyone once again to the D.C.B channel. We hope that the content that we're bringing you is helpful, and everything that we bring you is edifying, and it's an enlightenment to you and to your family, whomever is listening. So once again, we'd like to thank the Most High, great King of the universe, for all things and everything. And at this time, I'll turn the class over to my brother, Moreh Yeftakh Dahn. Moreh?
Shalom, shalom. As always, I'd like to give honor and praise to the Most High God, Yahweh Sabaoth, even the God of our forefathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Israel. For without him, we are nothing. I'm thanking everybody for tuning in this day, who's continuing to attempt to learn this language, get a grasp and a hold of it, and to ultimately, as I say every week, increase our spirituality prayerfully. Hope you guys have been studying. You know, when we go online, a lot of times people tend to skip out. You know, people are like, oh yeah, I'll get to it. But, you know, as we continue to move forward, you don't want to get left in the dust. Because then you'll be like, oh, I need to go back. And then you'll be trying to find the lesson, and then you'll be trying to find a part of the lesson where I addressed it. So as I continue to say, if you guys have questions, please email us. Let us know what your questions are. Give your suggestions. I have absolutely no problem with suggestions. I've been told that, you know, sometimes they have a little bit of problems hearing me. So hopefully this week it's a little bit better. You can hear me more clearly. And any of your questions, if you had a problem understanding what letters are interchangeable, what letters sound alike, the numerical value, if you need the chart, all these things are available. Please feel free to reach out. So as always, I invite everybody down. Don't forget, we are the House of Knowledge, Wisdom, and Understanding, better known as D.C.B. We are currently located at 382 Hamilton Avenue in Brooklyn, New York. We are there every Sabbath day, every Shabbat day, service beginning at 10:30 a.m. And we're there basically all day. You can also catch us online, but we invite everybody down. Please come visit us. Now today, let's start off with our review. Got a couple of charts here. I'm gonna share my screen before I ask my brother to share his screen later. As I attempt to remember how to do it. Okay, screen share, desktop, start screen share. All right. So as I open up my list, Chief Uziel, can you see me here? See the chart I have? Chapter 1, the Hebrew alphabet and vowels. Okay.
I see it. I see it clear.
Gotcha. Great. Toda about my brother. All right. So as we see here, we see a modern grammar for biblical Hebrew, chapter 1, the Hebrew alphabet and vowels. The Hebrew alphabet consists entirely of consonants, the first being aleph and the last being tau. Now from the old chart I showed y'all seen it said tav, right? Now I got a chart that better talks to the way we pronounce the letters. Tau, which is the last letter of the Hebrew alphabet. It has 23 letters And if we remember, the word for letters is otot, but sin and shin were originally counted as one letter, and thus it is sometimes said to have 22 letters, which you heard me say in my first lesson. It is written from right to left, which you remember, so that in the word written, Aish, Aleph, Sheen, the letter Aleph is first and the letter Sheen is last. The standard script for biblical Hebrew is called the square or Aramaic script. And we'll get into that as we get more complex into the Hebrew. All right, so you see my chart here. Y'all heard me talking about consonants. Now we have a chart to explain it to you. The letters of the Aleph Beit. Remember, Hebrew is read from right to left. However, for the purpose of this chart, we will go from left to right. Again, Hebrew is read from right to left, right to left. However, for the purpose of this chart, we will go from left to right. Okay, so again, we're going to do this quickly. We're not going slow because everybody should have been caught up to speed. As a reminder, we are on Welcome to Hebrew, lesson 4, right? So now we have the Aleph, Beit, Gimel, Dalet, Hey, Wow. Remember on my last chart, I was like, it said Wav, and I told you to pronounce it Wow.
Are you there, Moreh?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Okay, I went out. All right, I'll start from the beginning again.
You were not at Wow.
I went out at Wow. Okay, great. So, Zion, Chet, Tet, Yod, Kaf, Lamed, Mem, Nun, Samet, Ayin, Pei. What's missing after Pei? If we remember, it's Fei.
Fei, right.
Fei. Sadeh, Kuf, Resh, Sin, even though Sheen is first, Sin, Sheen, Tau. Okay? What didn't I pronounce that we remember from lesson 1? What is not present on this chart?
You already said the Fei is not present.
Right?
The Kav. So the Softim.
Yes, sir. Thank you. The Softim are missing. And how many Softim are there?
There are 5 Softim.
There are 5 Softim. So within those 5 Softim, those are not on this chart. That's okay. Remember, the Softim are strictly for grammatical purposes. Sometimes they'll be used for counting, and we'll get to that a little bit later in the review. Softim are for grammatical purposes. To master the Hebrew alphabet, first learn the signs, their names in their alphabetical order. Well, we did that, right? Do not be concerned with the phonetic values of the letters at this time, but we're already in lesson 4. Letters with their final form. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just in case you didn't believe me, this chart is easier for you to read than my initial chart, so everything isn't jumbled together. 5 Softim. This is Kaf Sofit. This is Mem Sofit. This
All right, we can't hear you at this point. You said Ka Sofit, Mem Sofit, Nun Sofit,
Fei Sofit. Sadeh Sofit.
Right.
Okay. And continue to let me know if you can't hear me so I don't just keep going on in the lesson, okay?
No problem.
So again, you have 5 softim, 22 consonants, and 5 softim. All right? Now, an example of using a sofit, in this instance, they're calling it final form. You see right there next to it, final form. You have the letter mem, lamed, kaf sofit. Not the regular kaf, but kaf sofit. It's at the end of the word. Therefore, they're calling it final form. At the end of the word. Melek could be malak. It's a king or terrain. Melek is a king, malak, terrain. This word, lamed, kaf, mem sofit. It's not the regular mem. The regular mem is here, right? Or melek, the mem is here. But when we use lekem, when it's in final form, we see it as mem sofit. Did you see it? Final form, normal form. That's the mem, that's the mem sofit. Pronounced the same, but when you write it down in final form, it's at the end of the word. You must use the sofit if it applies. Okay. So let's get back to our original chart. Where did I have my original chart at? Give me 1 second. Downloads. Let's see all my pictures here. But we're here. Okay. So that was our original chart, right? And we'll get into the vowels in a minute.
Yep,
Let's
that's
scroll.
Sure.
Yes. All right. We remember how to read this chart, correct? There are 5 columns separating. Within those 5 columns, there are 3 major columns. Excuse me. Within this entire chart are 3 major columns. And within those 3 major columns are 5 columns.
Right.
Edge of the chart to be separated by the 2 lines on the end to let you know you're at the end of the chart. And the 3 major columns, I'm separated by the triple line, 1, 2, 3. So when you see that triple line, you know you're going into the next set of columns. 1, 2, 3, and within each of these are 5. Okay. So if you remember how this goes, block, script. What's the R for? I did that purposely. Remember, at the bottom of this chart is a key. Rashi.
Rashi.
We're not worried about him, right?
No.
Good. So, oops, hold on. I'm moving a little too fast here. Hold on. My computer doesn't like this chart. N is for numerical value, and P is for pronunciation. Right now, we're going to focus on the block and the numerical value, columns B and N, because we want to know what the block looks like and the numerical value. Okay. Aleph is 1, Beta is 2. Remember, Beta and Veda is the same numerical value. Gamel is 3, Dalet is 4. Hey is 5. Waw is 6. Zayin is 7. Chet is 8. Tet is 9. 1 through 9 is Aleph through Tet. Remember that? Then we start counting by tens. Yod is 10. Kaf is 20. Lamed is 30. Mem is 40. Nun is 50. Samik is 60. Ayin is 70. Pei is 80. Sadeh is 90. Right? So Yod through Sadeh We're counting by tens. That's 10 through 90. Yod to Sadeh is 10 through 90. Aleph to Tet is 1 to 9. Yod to Sadeh is 10 to 90. And when we get to Kuf, it is 100. And you start counting by hundreds till the end of the Hebrew Aleph Beit. Kuf is 100. Resh is 200. Shin is 300. And Tau is 400. Kuf through Tau is 100 to 400. So again, Aleph to Tet is 1 to 9. Again, Aleph to Tet is 1 to 9. Yod to Sadeh is 10 to 90. Kuf to Tau is 100 to 400. And the way that you identify it is, for example, 41 would be Mem Aleph. 105 would be Kuf He. 132 or 232 would be Resh Lamed Beit. That's the way that works. Okay? You must practice this. You must practice saying your Aleph Beit. Get it in your head. Auditory learning. You learn more by listening than by seeing, believe it or not. You learn more by listening than by seeing. Consider it. You never see the words of a song, but if you like it, you can sing the whole song. Why is that? Because you focus on listening. Therefore, with auditory learning, what we want to do is make sure that we hear it. Therefore, say the Aleph Beit out loud. Aleph, Beit, Gimel, Dalet, Hey, Waw, Zayin, Chet, Tet, Yod, Kaf, Lamed, Mem, Nun. Are y'all with me? This is the way you do it. My teacher, Chief of Chiefs, Naphtali, one of my teachers, very influential man in my learning of the Torah, said, you have to speak the word of God into existence, let it out into the ether, and it will resonate in your soul. I believed him when he said it. That's absolutely right. You have to hear these words, and as you hear it and it's constantly being said, you associate it with your mind and you'll remember easier. Far more than you just looking at it and thinking that you'll get it. Okay. So let's get back to the vowels. Chief Uziel, I think I sent you a chart. Do you have that chart with the vowels?
Yes, I do. Let me look for it.
Okay. In the meantime, in between time, I got something for y'all. So now we're going to remember the vowels. Now the chart that he's going to pull up, if I remember correctly, should give you the proper pronunciation right next to the vowel. Because the way we have it now, we have the name of the vowel, but we don't have the pronunciation. And I was like, you know what? That's not good. All right. So starting from right to left, where's my cursor here? Starting from right to left, and I'm going to get better at this so I can start to draw on the screen. But I'm going to keep it dark right now so you can see my black cursor. That should be easier for you to follow. We have the kamats, right?
That's right.
The kwamats makes the sound ah, kwamats.
Kwamats.
Kuf mem sadeh, sadeh sofi, if you want to be grammatically correct. Kwamats. The next one, you should be able to see, patak.
Patak.
Now, kwamat and patak, they're similar in sound. They give you the ah sound, right? The ah sound.
That's right.
Now, the next one is what?
Sego.
No. See my cursor?
What are you pointing to?
See my cursor? I darkened it. Does it look dark to you guys or does it look the same?
Oh, down here. Shawa.
Okay, no. Kamats, kwamats, patak. What's this one? We're going right to left, right?
Right.
That's the seri. Or sere. I keep doing that. Sere. Kwamats, patak, sere.
But your pointer is all the way down in Shawa.
It is? Okay.
That's why I got.
Now I'm on Shawa. What do you see?
I guess when you stop sharing your screen, that it's showing where I'm pointing to.
Oh,
Okay,
really?
I'm sharing the screen, yeah.
Wait, are you sharing the screen now?
Yeah, I'm sharing the names of the Hebrew.
Okay, all right. I thought I was still sharing my screen. That's what we're messing up here. Okay, let me get back with you. So let me look at the screen. Oh, you put it up. See? I thought when you said, yeah, give me a second, I thought you didn't do it yet. Okay, so hold on. Let me take care of this. So, all right. Now, I'm looking at your screen. Okay.
This is the chart that you were talking about, right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Okay. So then, let's go back to the top. Now I understand why you were saying what you were saying. Yeah. Kwamats is the first one, upper right-hand corner.
Right.
With kwamats is the first one. That's the ah sound. The next one down is the patak, just the line, right?
Right.
The next one down, as you said, you were correct, is sagol.
Right.
The next one down, wait, the sagol makes the what sound? The eh sound.
The air sound.
Eh. Petak. Segol. You heard that? You should be taking notes. If you have your pen and paper for Hebrew class, remember the sagol makes the sound like EH. It's slight. All right, the next one down is the chirik. Chirik.
Chirik.
Yes. That gives you the E sound. E. Not a long E, not like a double E, but one E, but it still makes the E sound. Some people will tell you it makes the I sound. However, the I sound is not present this way in Hebrew. You can get the I sound, but not this way. So you hear some people say my name, Moreh Yeftakh. But the charik is under the yod. So it would be Moreh Yeftakh. That's the correct pronunciation. It's not kerek, it's chirik. So remember, the chirik makes the E sound. Now going back to the top, on the upper left-hand side, we see the shuruk. Shuruk. Remember that? We spoke about this the other week. It looks like the wow. However, when the dot is present on the left-hand side of the wow, it becomes the shuruk, and it becomes a vowel, and you pronounce it as the oo sound. Ooh. O-O-H. Ooh. Shuruk. Going down, right underneath that, we see the dots going down diagonally to the right. 3 dots going down diagonally to the right. That makes the oo sound also. That is the kubutz. Kubutz. The name of that vowel, kubutz. It gives you the oo sound.
Kubutz.
The next one down, we see the waw again. However, this time the dot is over the letter. So then it no longer becomes a waw, it becomes a vowel. And when we see the waw with the dot over it, that vowel's name is cholam. And it gives you the O sound, as in shalom, the O sound. The next one down is the sereh, sereh, right? And when you get that, that gives you the A sound, A-Y-E, A sound. Hold on, let me expand my screen here. All right, and as we get to the total bottom, now I see your cursor, Chief. And we see the 2 dots, one on top of the other. That is the shawah. Now, what did I tell y'all about the shawah? The shawah is indicating to you to stop or to just pronounce the letter that it is under. Now, look at the word shawah. You hear I pronounced it? I said shawah. It gives the UH sound. I know the sheen is there, so I'll go sh, 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 shawah. We see the shawah and we see the qamats under the waw. Shawah. We remember that aleph is a silent letter. Shawah. That's how that goes. All right. Now, can we scroll down a little, Chief? Are you still there, Chief? Can y'all still hear me? Okay. My brother may have stepped away for a second. So.
No, I'm here. I'm trying to scroll down now.
Okay, cool.
Hold on. I'm trying to scroll down.
Mm-hmm. In the meantime, everybody don't forget. What you have to do is you have to go into Genesis chapter 1, verse 1 and practice those letters. Practice those letters, recognizing them. Letter recognition is important. As you're saying those letters, say it out loud. Don't just read to yourself, say it out loud so your ears can begin to train to hear the Hebrew. Aleph, Zion, Kof, Resh, Yod, Beit, Lamed, all of those different things. That's what you want to do.
Hey, Moreh, you're gonna have to share yours because it's not scrolling down on mine.
Okay, cool. That's not a problem. I might have not sent the whole file.
Yeah, I don't think it came with the whole file.
Okay, cool. So let me do this. I'm gonna share my screen. And I'm gonna move some stuff over. And I wanna go to this. I wanna show y'all something before we get into commonly used words. Look at that, ooh. It's looking like the Dead Sea Scrolls, right? Okay. Now y'all see where I'm getting my stuff from, but that's all good. Ain't no secrets around here. Can you see my screen, Chief?
I see your screen, but tell me when you get to the point when.
Okay.
Where,
right, when I'm stopping and this is what it is. Okay.
So they don't have to see you. They're looking at my screen right now.
Okay. All right. Hold up. All right, let's get to right here.
You ready?
Yes, sir. Okay.
All
Can
right.
you see my screen?
Yep. Clear.
Okay.
Clear.
So I want y'all to remember these letters. These letters are letting you know how to pronounce it. Bait, like B and boy. The letter bait, just pronounce B. Kaf. See how they look the same? They look the same, but they're not. When you look closely, you'll see the difference. The bait has like a little tail right here. The kaf doesn't. Like K and keep. Kaf, k, k. Bait, b, b. Pay. Pay, like P and pie. Pay, p, p. Gamel. G, as in give. Give, g. Dalet. D, like in dog. D, d. Tau. T, like in tide. T, t. However, bait, and this is what I was telling y'all about the dot. Bait is signified by the dot in the middle. However, when you don't see the dot in the middle, it should be, even though it's not always, the vate. And they're signifying to you to pronounce it like v. V. Now, I have to let you guys know some things. Do not lock in. You can't say that every time you see a vate, it's pronounced like V, because it's not. You have to know the rules of grammar and you have to know how the language works. It's the same thing where Y will give you the Y sound in English. However, if you put IA together, conjunctive, it can give you that Y sound also. For example, YOU is you. But when you have PENNSYLVANIA, that is pronounced Pennsylvania. But there's no Y at the end of the word in Pennsylvania. When you hear the Y, the Y is earlier in the world. However, the rules of English have dictated that when you put that I and that A together in certain words, it gives you that Y sound, Y. No different in Hebrew. Sometimes you'll see bait, sometimes you'll see vate, and even though you see the vate, you can also use it as the bait and you will not be wrong. You have to know the word in Hebrew and know how the rule applies. That's why they are interchangeable. Kaf will always be pronounced the same. Even though this chart is saying it should be a CH sound, do not believe that. It will always sound the same. Pay, when it's missing the dot, becomes fey. Sometimes it's interchangeable. You have to know the rules. So like in my name, the fey is there. You can never say Yeftahk. It will always be Yeftahk. Even though the original verb is patak. We'll get into that in another lesson. All right. So now we remember Aleph is a silent letter. The bait gives you the B sound. The vate gives you the V sound. The gamel gives you the G sound. The dalet gives you the D sound. Hey gives you the hey, the H sound. The wow, unlike this chart, gives you the W sound. It's not Vav, it's wow. Remember, I showed y'all that on the other chart. Zayin gives you the Z sound. Chet is that guttural. That is like the CH sound. H, h. tet, ta, yod, ya, kaf, ka, so on and so forth. Okay? Now, for today, what we are going to do is we're going to give you some commonly used words. Go on here. Some commonly used words. And I'm going to keep my screen right there so I don't confuse you. All right. So y'all just heard me talking about auditory learning, correct? Auditory learning requires you to listen.
Yep.
So even though you're not looking at the screen, you have to listen to me in order to learn what I'm about to teach you. So pay close attention. As a matter of fact, if I was you, I wouldn't even look at the screen, because you may think that the screen is going to give you a clue, and it's not. All right. So our first word that is commonly used, and whether you know Hebrew or not, you may or may not know it, is shalom. Shalom. Tell me, Chief, what does shalom mean? Shalom.
Shalom means peace.
Okay. Can shalom mean anything else?
It's a greeting, telling someone hi or bye.
Or bye, right.
Right.
It's a greeting. It's an exchange of a pleasantry. It's wishing peace upon somebody. It literally means peace. However, the word can be used in more than one way. I chose that word first because I don't want us to lock in. A lot of times people take the Hebrew language and they say, oh, this is what the word means. And that's it. And then we start discussing Torah. And then we lock into, oh, that's the only thing the word can mean. And then we lose the original intent of the author. So don't lock in. Even though shalom means peace, it can mean hi or bye. It is just an exchange of a pleasantry. That's all it is. All right. So when we see each other, you see each other in the street. Oh, hey, shalom. When you're saying bye to each other, shalom is appropriate also. The Hebrew word, shalom. Okay, the next word, bayit. Bayit. Do you know what that word means, Chief? Not taking your intelligence for granted, just getting some class participation.
Bayit means house.
Very good. House. Bayit is a house. So you may say, why are you giving me these words, Moreh? What are we going to do with these words? What you're going to do in your auditory learning, you're going to use as much Hebrew as you can until you can build sentences. This is what you call vocabulary building before you can even write a word. And how does that work? Well, guess what? Children talk, speak, and understand how to communicate with you before they ever step foot in a classroom. You tell them everything you need to tell them, and they understand you fine. You know why? Auditory learning. They use as much as they can until they get better. And then when they sit down in a class, they refine them. You refine your skills. Well, it's the same thing that we're doing here. We are going to build our vocabulary through speaking and listening. And then as we begin to learn to write, then we will refine our skills. So shalom means peace. So now every time when you greet somebody, you should say shalom to them. I tell people this all the time. You have no problem with saying adios, arrivederci, c'est la vie, and all that other stuff. And that's not the English language. Don't be afraid to tell somebody shalom. If they don't understand what shalom means, educate them. It's your language. Use it as much as you can. Bait. How would I use that? Oh, where you going? I'm going to the bait. It's time for me to go to the bait. What have I said? I'm letting you know it's time for me to go home. I'm going to the house. Oh, I left my bag in the bait. Use it as much as you can. Bait, house or home. Bait. Don't forget these words. Write it down as best you can. Transliterate it. Write it down as best you can. Shalom. Bait. That's word number 2. Word number 3. Tov. Tov. I call it the favorite Israelite word after shalom. Tov. Everybody knows what tov means. Go ahead, Chief. Let me hear it. What's tov?
Good.
Tov is good. How you feeling? Tov. That's tov ma'od. Is that okay to eat? How does that taste? Tov. How'd you like the show? Oh, it's tov. It's as much Hebrew as we know, but we know how to say tov. Tov means good. Tov. We want that word. And a lot of times we see the English, we remember the name Toby. Toby.
Can I was just about ready to ask that.
Go, yes.
I was going to ask, the question I was going to ask was, since you said the bait and the vait are interchangeable, can you say, instead of we most of the times we say tov with the vait, right?
Correct.
Can you say tob with the bait?
You can, however, it's not commonly used.
Okay.
So you say tomato, I say tomato.
Right.
But if you're like, if I come to you and I say, you like eating tomatoes? You'd be looking at me like, why'd you say that like that?
Right.
Because it's not commonly used. You're not wrong, but it's not commonly used. Okay? So could you do it? If you want to be different, sure. But more commonly used, tov. Okay, the fourth word is ma. Ma. Not like mother ma, but ma, the Hebrew word ma. What does that mean, Chief? Ma. Ma shalom ka. Ma tov.
How?
Not how, but mana.
Ma tov.
Ma tov. You're close when you say how, but when we have the Hebrew word ma, it means what?
When? What? When?
Yeah. W-H-A-T. What? What? Ma shalom ka. Ma shalom ka is what is your peace, literally. Like, what is your peace? Are you peaceful? But we use good English, so we're going to say, how are you? So ma is what? Remember that. Ma, what? The fifth word is melech. Commonly used words, melech. You hear the term Melech Dawid. Melech. What is Melech?
King.
Melech is king. And we should have known that because earlier in this lesson, I showed that word. We showed Lechem, we showed Melech. Right? Now, the next word, number 6, is Ish. 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 That's my Ish. That's my Melech, depending on how you feel about your husband. That's my Ish. What is an Ish?
A man or a husband?
Correct. A man or a husband. Is that your ish? Yes, that's my ish. Who is that ish? Who is that man? Not who is that husband, but who is that man? Know when it applies and where it applies. Right? Ish is a man. Okay? So if ish is a man, then what's a woman?
Isha.
Isha. You heard the subtle difference? He put the I on its end. Man is ish. Woman is isha. Isha. Ish, isha. Woman is isha. Okay? The next word. We always tell the children to come to service with this. When you're sitting in the seat, you must have one of these open. The Hebrew word say fair. Say fair. Say fair. Samek, say resh. Say fair. What is that word? What does that mean?
Book.
Book. Very good. Book. Say fair equals book. Say fair equals book. Number 9. Gadol. We sing this in service. For those of you who follow our service, we sing this. Moshe, Haya Ish Gadol. See how we're bringing it together? We used Ish earlier. Ish means man. Gadol means
Great.
Great or
Big.
big. Big or great. Ish Gadol is a great man. Could be a tall man. A great man. Gadol. Ish Gadol. El Gadol. The great God. The mighty God. Yahuwah Sevaot. El Gadol. Use it as much as you can. Gadol. All right. So if Gadol is big, what's little? Quatan.
Quatan,
No,
right.
Quatan. No similar. If you said Gadola, I'd have been like, nah, you're not right, bro. Quatan is little. Gadol is big. Quatan is little or small. Quatan.
Or junior.
Or junior. But a junior is a small one. Junior is in reference to the older one, right?
Right.
So the smaller one. So little, small, junior. Quatan.
Right.
Okay, the next one. We are on number 11. Am. What are Am? Am Segula. The Most High called us this. Am Segula. Go ahead.
Am means people.
People, correct. Am, people. Am, remember that. Am. And lastly, our 12th word, commonly used word, that everybody knows, but not everybody usually uses, is the Hebrew word todah. 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 What does todah mean?
Thanks.
Thanks. Todah. Thank you. These are words you can use all the time. Don't try to put a Hebrew sentence together. Just include the Hebrew word. Oh, you bought that for me? Torah. You've incorporated Hebrew at this point. Oh, I'm looking for my Sefer. What Sefer? My Bible, my Tanakh, my Holy Scriptures. You know, the Sefer. Did you see my Sefer? Use it. Did you see that Ish? Did you see that Ish? Did you see that, man? Did you see that Ish and Isha? Did you see that man and woman? Yeah. My mother made dinner and it was tov. My mother made dinner for me and it was tov. My mother made dinner and it was good. I like my mother's cooking. My mother made dinner and it was tov. Hebrew class is over. Shalom. Hebrew class is over. Shalom. No, really, Hebrew class is over. I'm done. I gave y'all 12 words for this week. Those 12 words being Shalom, Bait, Tov, Ma, Melech, Ish, Isha, Sefer, Gadol, Quatan, Am, and Todah. Did y'all get it? One more time. You should have been paying attention the first time. One more time, 1 through 12. 1, Shalom. 2, Bait. 3, Tov. 4, Melech. 8, Sefer. 9, Gadol. 10, Quatan. 11, Am. 12, Todah.
Moreh, do it one more time because you broke up in between there.
I think you cheated, man. You just trying to buy some time, but I got you, brother. I got you. Said one more time. He's like, he going kind of fast there. I go one more time. I'll go slow. Okay. 1, Shalom. 2, Bait. 3, Tov. 4, Ma. 5, Melech. 6, Ish. 7, Isha. 8, Sefer. 9, Gadol. 10, Quatan. 11, Am. 12, Todah. So those are your 12 words. So remember, as your assignment, now move to Genesis chapter 2. This time what I want you to do, not only as in the first 5 verses, see if you can identify and name each vowel. Name and identify each vowel. Don't be afraid to use your sheet. It's there for you to use. Use it. It is a tool to make you better. Genesis chapter 2, verse 1 through 5. Identify all the consonants, all the letters, and also identify the vowels. See if you can name all the vowels. Patat, Sagol, Kibbutz, all of that. See if you can identify it. Continue to practice counting, and next week we will continue in our lesson of Welcome to Hebrew. As always, I thank you all for tuning in. I thank the Most High God for allowing me to do this lesson, that he might continue to be with us all so that we would get better at the Hebrew language and prayerfully come closer to him. I want you all to remember, please donate to our congregation. We're attempting to buy a building, and we want to further our studies and further educate those who are around about us and build up this nation. Donation that is too small. I thank you all for tuning in. Good night. Most High bless you all. Lala Tov. Lala Tov meaning good night. Lala Tov.
Lala Tov, Moreh. Todah Rabbah for the lesson. And to everyone online, we would like to thank you for your continued support. Like to thank you for being here with us. Don't forget to share these lessons. D.C.B channel on YouTube. Check the other content out that we have there. Got a great series called Life of King David, done by Chief Naphtali Bey Naphtali. You should follow up on that. Also, I have another playlist by the name of Gone But Never Forgotten. This a group of our teachers who have who have passed away, and you know I have a few them being up there teaching. So just want to announce one change. If you're going to send any check to us from now on, you could send a check out to the name that we have that you see on the circle on our logo right here, the Da'at CHOKMAH BINAH INC, just the way that it's spelled in there in English, Da'at CHOKMAH BINAH INC. You could send and make checks or money orders to us, and you could mail it to 460 East 54th Street, Brooklyn, New York, 11203. Once again, 460 East 54th Street, Brooklyn, New York, 11203. That's for everybody that would like to mail anything to us. So checks or money orders. So you can also still continue to send to our PayPal. You can support us on our D.C.B channel. There's a support button. Your dollars are important. For all of you who want to join us with the $1 a day drive, please do so. And you can send it to us on PayPal and make a note to us that this is your $30 or $31 that you're giving out for a month. It's a little extra effort that we ask for everyone to put $1 a day aside to help us to find a place where we could do after school program, where we could edify the people in the neighborhood, and first and foremost bring the word of the Most High God. So that's everyone that's out there. Don't forget to do your homework. Share this stream with other people. Let people know about this class. If it's helpful, let them know. If you taken down notes, you could leave a recorded message on either one of our Facebook Messenger accounts. You could record the words that were given out today, and you could speak them into a recorded message to make sure that you're following us and that you're doing your homework and that you're on point with everything that's bringing forth. That'll be the homework. No one left homework from the last time. So I assume that everyone knew all the stuff that was there already. So we just want to make sure that we get feedback and that everybody is in tune and that you're following. So if you're on Facebook or any other kind of media, you know, if you could record something or you have our numbers, you send us back the words that you learned today, you read them back to us. So once again, we thank everyone for joining us tonight. May the Most High God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob be with you all. Shalom, shalom. Everyone have a good evening.